Coach, congrats on your 26th straight NCAA tournament.
Yeah, we count 27 around here because we won our tournament and we're in that COVID one. We'd already qualified and we're going to be a number one seed, so that's how we kind of count them around here. So,
okay,
but,
so 27. Tell, I mean, is it more special doing it with this team and how you guys have grown throughout this entire season?
I mean, listen, I don't ever do the more special. All the teams are the same to me pretty much. I would just say this. I hope for our fans and people that follow the program and stuff that they understand after a year like this. Nothing's given to you. You earn your way into this tournament, and that's what makes it so special. It's such an awesome day to get your name called and to see it flash up on the board. And I think, we've done it so many times that I think there's a sense of entitlement around here that people, I hope they appreciate it after, there were times this year where it probably wasn't looking like we were going to make the tournament. So it was well earned, and hopefully it kind of rattles everybody back into reality. That's the reality that I operate in, and make sure the team does too.
You got 8 versus 9 seed. Of course, Georgia's a really good team. They beat Auburn not too long ago, but also
beat Auburn, beat Florida.
Yeah, talk about that entire region and all the teams you might see.
Yeah, hey, to be honest with you, I mean, I haven't really glanced at the region. I just know, we got a really tough first-round opponent when you're in that 8-9 game. You're going to have that. And it's just interesting ties that happen just because of a life of basketball. We recruited Asa Newell really, really, really hard. And then just a great player, even better person, comes from a great family. And but Mike White's done a really, really good job. I thought he did a great job at Florida. And, for Georgia to be able to scoop him up and get him in their program was quite a coup. And I know we'll have our work cut out for us because they've got some really, really nice wins. I mean, gosh, they've beaten St. John's. I think they've beaten a couple number 1 and number 2. They've beaten Florida. They've beaten Auburn. So, that's quite a resume. I think everybody in that league is athletic and bouncy, but I think Mike's one of those. He's a really, really, really solid coach, and they'll run some good stuff and have a very, very good plan on the defensive end of things, and we'll start watching them. To be honest with you, I haven't watched them a ton, but I know what what his teams are like.
Coach, after that San Francisco game down at the Chase Center, you talked about your team playing the best ball you thought, and then going into the West Coast Conference, getting those 2 wins.
Yeah.
Is there a feeling of momentum, or does that just help your team figure out, hey, now it's time to survive in the wins?
I think it's probably a little bit of both. I think the guys are feeling really good about where they're at, but I also think they're, just like the year before. We got to that point where, it was a sense of urgency and desperation a little bit, and I think, certainly the NCAA tournament brings that out also. If you lose, your season's over. So I'm sure our guys will definitely have both of those things.
How much of a role did experience play when you get here? You've got a bunch of guys who've been here with Gonzaga and other schools. Can you kind of draw on that?
The other schools part? What do you mean by that? The other school guys didn't have made the tournament, so yeah. Ryan and Graham played in last year, and we've had obviously Ben and Nolan and most of our team have played in this. For me it was just so good to be able to deliver on promises to Mike and KB to get them to the tournament. They haven't been to the tournament, so I think that was what again makes this such a special day. But always nice to have experience, but again, it's going to come down to that particular 40 minutes of basketball and who's making plays and getting stops and who isn't.
You mentioned in an interview after the game Tuesday that KB has kind of come to your side of the fence a little bit since he's been here. How much have you seen him grow since he got to campus?
Yeah, no, I think he's made, especially in this last month, maybe it's because he sees the career winding down. He's really stepped it up. I think he's we've been on him to be more aggressive on the offensive end, but his attention to detail on the defensive end and rebounding, I think has stood out to me.
Coach, I know there's no secret formula to having a deep run in the tournament, but especially with every different team, is there a secret formula? Is there a certain mentality you got to bring to try and get a deep run and keep that Sweet 16 appearances at the 10?
Again, you just have to. You can't have a bad night. I always share that with the Team USA guys because the Olympic tournament's like that too. It's not a 7-game series. You can't have a bad night. And in order for that to happen, look, maybe you don't shoot it good, but you can't have a bad effort night. You can't have a bad mental night. You just have to be dialed in and next play mentality and great attention to detail and go in with a bunch of confidence and then let the chips fall where they may. Our teams have always done a good job of that.